An outlaw threatens to kill a widow just trying to live her life, but he instantly regrets it when she reveals insane cowboy combat skills. Martha was going about her day, feeding chickens and collecting eggs, when she heard footsteps near her ranch. Since her husband passed, she'd been living alone and didn't expect visitors this deep in the desert. Just in case, she grabbed her shotgun. At the door, a man stood on her porch with a gun. "Martha, right?" he said. "I've come to kill you." Martha knew he was after revenge for something her late husband Butch had done. "Your husband stole from me. Now I'm stealing from you." He fired before she could speak, but she dodged in time. "Well," Martha said, stepping forward and aiming her shotgun, "looks like we've got ourselves a problem. Get off my land before I blow your head off." The man sneered. "You're just a helpless widow. You can't beat me." Martha laughed. "You have no idea who you're messing with." She fired. "Lucky," he said, impressed. "I might have misjudged you, but I'm still taking what's mine." He charged, trying to grab her gun. Martha wasn't quick enough to shoot, but she dodged, got control back, and shot him multiple times once he passed her. He collapsed. She felt relief. She could still defend herself. She called the sheriff. When the officers arrived, they found the outlaw dead and a note on him that read, "Return this to Martha." It was his gun, the one her husband had taken. The sheriff thanked her and said they'd bury the man in the nearest town. "Thanks," Martha replied, "but I need to check on my chickens." The deputies were stunned at her calm. They didn't ask questions and left. Martha went to the chicken coop, but the chickens were gone. Blood and feathers on the ground told her something terrible had happened. She dropped to her knees in grief. Those chickens were like her children. Suddenly, a voice broke the silence. "Looking for these?" A man stood over a pile of dead chickens, face covered in blood and feathers, knife in hand. "Why did you do this?" Martha asked, aiming her gun. He shrugged. "I just wanted to see what it felt like to kill someone else's chickens." Curious, Martha shot him. As he lay dying, he begged for forgiveness. She refused. He'd taken her piece. She shot him again to make sure he was dead. Shaking with rage and sadness, she suddenly heard a voice behind her. "Martha, everything okay?" It was Deputy Roy. He saw the body and froze. "Martha, what have you done?" "I had to, Roy," she said. "He killed my chickens. I couldn't let him get away with it." Roy sighed. "I understand, but you can't just kill people. That's murder." Martha looked at the body, realizing what she'd done. "I'm not afraid to go to jail, Roy. I did what I had to do." Roy didn't want to arrest her, but he had no choice. He took her to jail. The sheriff was furious. He warned Martha. Now she was charged with murder. At her trial, people came from across the country to see the Chicken Lady. Her public defender tried, but the evidence was too strong. She was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison. As she was led away, she told the crowd, "I'll be out in a few years. Just wait." They laughed. She smiled. She knew she'd acted in self-defense against an outlaw and a chicken killer. Eventually, Martha was released. She returned to her ranch, got new chickens, and sold eggs at the farmer's market. She became a local hero after defending a group of women from outlaws. Now, she's known as the Chicken Lady, a legend in her small town.